The TRADERCOBB Crypto Show, talking business in blockchain.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Traders Chat. I'm here joined with Lou, our senior trader and a wizard in the community. Thanks for joining, Lou.
Thanks, Rhys, for the very nice introduction. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Yeah, good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, good. It's good to be in some long trades again. I think we said this last week, but they've continued to go.
Yeah. It's been an awesome start to the year. Some good trends and some good runners as well, which hopefully we'll go through in this podcast.
Yeah, we've got a few things to cover, so we will cover the market conditions and what we're watching. But first, we'll cover some recent news articles which may affect the markets, but we'll see. But before we do kick things off, here's Craig with a quick word from our sponsor, BitGet.
Just a quick word from our sponsors, BitGet, to keep the lights on and all. TRADERCOBB and BitGet have partnered up as we've done extensive research on what we believe to be the best trading platform for margin traders on the market today. We've got a full tutorial on how to raise orders and how to get access to your trading account, as well as a 10% trading fee discount if you click and sign up with the link below. With great liquidity and great order systems, this is the premier platform for us going forward. Join up with the link in the description to get 10% off your trading fee.
Let's jump into some news articles. So the first one that I want to cover is the bankruptcy of Genesis. So last week, Genesis did end up filing for bankruptcy. We sort of saw this coming. It's been drawn out for quite some time since the collapse of FTX. But it's not really affected the market, has it?
No, and this is kind of one of the things we were talking about in live trading floor, like looking out for. Negative, the shift in market environments, in market sentiment, going from the bad news to good news phenomenon, or super bad news just not meaning anything, and the market rallies like it is now.
Yeah, it's crazy. I do feel bad for anyone that's caught up in the Genesis collapse, and anyone that does have funds that are stuck on there. It's painful to see, and we don't wish that on anyone. But on a positive note, it is good to see that something like this can happen. A big lending platform files for bankruptcy, which does affect a lot of other subsidiary companies, and the market just doesn't care. The market just kicks on, and Bitcoin, across the top 10, they're still up in double-digit percentage-wise, which is really good to see. So the next news article that I wanted to talk about was the Shanghai upgrade for ETH, which is due to happen around March. The reason we're talking about this is because since Ethereum swapped over to a proof of stake network, it requires people to stake their ETH for the network to work and to process the transactions. Now, it's quite a substantial amount of ETH that does need to be staked by a validator, right? I think it's around 32 ETH. So each validator needs to stake around 32 ETH to get the rewards of being a validator. And recently, we've ticked over to 500,000 validators on the network at the moment. So 500,000 times 32 ETH, it's a lot of validators, right? And then you add in the price of ETH, it's around $16 billion worth of ETH that is currently locked up on the network with the validators. So this upcoming Shanghai upgrade will allow people that are staking ETH as validators to unlock some of that ETH. Okay, so some of these stakers have had it staked for quite some time. Some of these validators have had their ETH staked for quite some time. And around March, if this all goes well, they'll have the opportunity to unstake a lot of their ETH. So I do think this is important to discuss. If you do hold ETH long term, we may see some price fluctuations around that time of people just unstaking their ETH and maybe cashing some profits. But again, this isn't financial advice. I think it's just a point to note. So if you do hold ETH, just keep an eye out for the market and maybe just keep up to date with the Shanghai upgrade. Do you have anything to add there, Lou?
Not really. I always find the names of these upgrades really funny.
Yeah.
Shanghai upgrade, the Frankfurt Accord,
Yeah.
the Los Angeles block. Like I've seen a few of these things happen since I was involved in the space. I haven't been involved that long compared to a lot of other people, but 2017 saw forks and upgrades on a lot of the major networks. And I've seen quite a few things happen since then. So yeah, I guess it'll be interesting to see what happens.
It is quite interesting, isn't it? So the next one I think we should talk about. Now, this isn't a big news event. This is an interesting one, to say the least. So the Department of Justice in the US, there was some leaked information around an exchange that they were chasing, a joint operation with the FBI and a few international authorities. And they said that they were targeting a crypto exchange that started with B. Right, so that's just about any crypto exchange, isn't it? Like most of them start with a B, except for FTX, and that didn't end well. But yeah, they released some information to say that they were chasing a crypto exchange that started with B. Now, this should have scared a lot of the crypto market, and we should have seen that affect the markets. It didn't. Again, we saw Bitcoin and the top 10 just charge on and continue to hit positive growth over the last week. But it turned out that the exchange that they were chasing was one called Bitzlato. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
I'd never heard of Bitzlato.
Bitzlato. So also there was a huge amount of speculation, even through last year, that it was Binance. Binance was doing a move against FTX because they were under investigation by the Department of Justice. That was a huge rumor last year.
Don't they like to spread rumors?
Well, I think what this does. Well, Bitzlato. So sorry to anyone that has funds on Bitzlato.
Bitzlato. Same thing. Same means the same to me. Nothing.
But look, I honestly, just quickly, what this highlights is that whatever is shown in the news, it's got to be 75% false most of the time. It's, at least in relation to the markets. There is no way that anyone, even Elon Musk, even Jerome Powell, has market information that can all these rumors are false. All the rumors, they're just always
fear
so false. Fear sells, it sells. And especially in the correct market environment. If you're already in a bear market and everything's downtrending, why not throw a few fearful rumors in there? Same for a bull market. Everything's uptrending and euphoria is really high.
Yeah.
Why not throw a few rumors that Google's using Bitcoin as payments or
PayPal,
whatever.
PayPal.
Yeah, that was good. That's a good one. Yeah.
Or Bitcoin's going to 100,000. It's in.
Yeah. It's in.
We just see time and time again big news articles and news companies just spreading fear, and then like you said, in bull markets, spreading good news and trying to suck people in. It's ridiculous how much power that they have, and I don't think they realize it. But Bitzlato, it was a Russian founder that was apparently affiliated with some Chinese backdoor, I shouldn't say scamming, but money laundering. That was their big takeaway. That was their big takedown. Well done to the Department of Justice and all the joint operations, and using taxpayers' money to take down a very, very small crypto exchange.
Yeah, seriously, well done to the DOJ for protecting us. Thank you.
just out of control. The next one is around CoinDesk. So CoinDesk is apparently up for sale. So after Genesis filed for bankruptcy, its parent company DCG looks like it are now selling CoinDesk. So DCG own CoinDesk. And what I think is funny about CoinDesk being sold by DCG is that CoinDesk were the ones that spread the news about the insolvency of FTX. Right, so they spread the news about the insolvency of FTX. CZ tweeted about this, and it just went around in this big vicious circle of FTX collapsing. And then I think Genesis and DCG held FTT tokens, and then it ended up collapsing Genesis, and DCG had been hit pretty hard. And now they're looking to sell CoinDesk. Right, so CoinDesk spread the news, and it's come right around, done a full circle, knocked all these dominoes down, and now they're being sold and potentially collapsing. I just thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah. And also it kind of highlights like any trader, any active, experienced market participant will say this. The market it's the ultimate humbler. It's the ultimate humbler. And like, because like everything always comes full circle, and the market is the ultimate humbler. It's the ultimate decider. Like, for example, in this example, Genesis over leveraged, even though they lost funds on FTX, whatever caused it, I don't know, but they over leveraged somewhere, and now they're being cleaned out, and just all comes full circle.
Yeah, I'm so excited for all this bad news to just be over with, and then we can move on and start doing podcasts on some good news that's entering the crypto space, and not just focusing on, just bad news and companies collapsing. It will come to an end very, very soon, I hope.
Yeah, and everyone will forget about the bad news, just like it was a thing yesterday. That's what always happens.
Well, it hasn't been long since FTX collapsed.
No, it hasn't been long. And just for full disclosure, like Rhys and I lost a lot of money on FTX. We lost a lot of our accounts, and we're hurting as much as anyone else that has lost money on FTX. In the same respect, it seems like everyone's forgotten about FTX.
It seems like that.
It was in November.
Actually, you say that. I read somewhere, again, this is just Twitter, so it's probably about 10% true, but I think the guys from 3 Arrows Capital were looking to raise funds to start a new exchange called GTX. And the reason behind the name is because G comes after F. FT. Okay. So I do want to do some digging around that. There's like, you'd be silly to invest in that, wouldn't you? After 3 Arrows Capital just went down, and although they could potentially learn from their mistakes and create a really, really good exchange. I just don't know.
I don't know. I'd rather focus on companies that have survived. Like, I'll back CZ. If CZ's opening a company, I'll back that.
And BitGet, BitGet have just thrived.
Yeah, BitGet have thrived as well. Any of the companies that thrive through the bear markets, I think, like, if you're thinking of investing, like, they deserve investment because they've survived and they've managed their risk properly. They've responsibly managed customers' funds. They haven't over leveraged themselves. Like, so many things. Like, all these companies that have failed, it's because they've over leveraged. They have poor risk management. They don't respect the customers' funds. That's the way I see it. It's harsh, but it's true. If you can't survive all market environments, you shouldn't be in the game.
No, that's right. And if we can make it past Q1 and Q2 of this year, and the interest rates stop rising, or they really slow down to 0% increases every month, I think, any company that can get through this will flourish when the time comes.
100%.
All right, so that's it for news. Bit of a boring week in the news department. Unfortunately, I couldn't dig around and find any good news. But yeah, we'll move on to charts, our favorite part of the podcast. Talking about the charts, talking about the market conditions, and talking about our plan of attack moving forward. So what have you got there, Lou?
This is the Bitcoin dominance chart. Look, I haven't really been using the dominance chart that much, but I'll just pop a monthly level in here anyway, just to follow. So monthly levels, I use this color here. Sorry, this color here. Mm-hmm. And so I'll just be looking at Bitcoin approaching that monthly level. Just like I look at it on a normal chart. I know it's a long way away. Oh, look at that daily level through there. And this is the color I use for daily levels. So look, some overhead resistance coming. If it blasts through that, I guess Bitcoin's dominance is high. We found some rough correlation with this in the market, in the bull market, where when Bitcoin's dominance was high, the altcoins were not trending. And when Bitcoin's dominance was low, the altcoins were trending. I think it's kind of bucked that trend because the whole market's rising at the moment. So it'd be interesting to see how this chart matures and if we can maybe use it for some type of rough correlation. But more importantly, let's have a look at the top 10.
Just on that, like we have historically seen Bitcoin lead into a bull market, and we see the Bitcoin dominance chart in a nice trend to the upside like we are now. And then, yeah, hit historical sort of resistance levels. And then we see more money flow into the alt markets. Now, it's not drastic. You don't see it. Altcoins don't just take off because Bitcoin's dropping. We generally see them all go up in the same direction, but we may start to see Bitcoin slowing down a little bit. It has had a good run. A lot of money has flowed into Bitcoin. So yeah, is it time for the alts to step up?
Yeah, and the alts have been alts have been stepping up, haven't they? Like the alt market's been having a great run. We can kind of have a look here on the market cap, how much money has actually come into the market since the beginning of January, so over the past 2 weeks.
We've hit over over $1 trillion.
Oh, we're just tapping $1 trillion. So we're just tapping it. Oh. We're just trying to look for levels through here.
What was the peak? 3 trillion?
So 1.01. Oh,
yeah.
At the height of the pool, yeah, let's say 3 trillion.
Oh, 3 trillion. So we're just almost crossing over that $1 trillion market cap.
That $1 trillion market cap. I remember back in 2017, because I read about the .com bubble. And the .com bubble burst when that hit 1 trillion. I was like, oh, when Bitcoin hits 1 trillion, I'm going to get out. It hit like 600. It hit like 600 billion or something, or 300 billion or something, and then just crashed.
Yeah.
or crypto total market cap. Sorry. And then here in the daily, just looking at some levels. We have a really nice trend there. Look, there's a rough level kind of coming through here.
So around we just say the numbers on these levels for anyone.
Oh, sorry. So around $1.032 trillion mark, there's quite a strong daily level. There's a rough daily level of resistance, I should say. But we have such a strong trend through there. Like if we busted through that level like we have historically, that'll be a very nice uptrend and showing like strength, like a lot of strength coming into the market. So a lot of money flowing in, which is that would be a bullish sign, of course. So next, let's have a look at Bitcoin. All right, Bitcoin. So in our Discord group, I actually shared this in the public community chat in Discord. So have different levels here. Have a monthly level at 28,897, a weekly level drawn in at 26,797, and then we're just at the moment we're in this daily range between 22,410 and 23,171. excuse me, if we break out of this range, if we break out of this range like we have broken out of all the previous ranges for, since the beginning of the year, even last year when we were trading predominantly short and when we were trading long, whenever Bitcoin starts trading a range and it breaks out, like any asset, it doesn't have to be Bitcoin. It shows that there's momentum behind the buyers, at least in this case. Next to Ethereum. Now, Ethereum's one I'm actually watching pretty closely, or we're watching closely in the community. I have this monthly level drawn in here. It's very rough at 1685.12. And then if we go to the daily, you can just see that monthly level, say since the 5th of November, it's just tapped it again on the 21st of January. So about 1685.12. I'll be keeping a pretty close eye on that level and just seeing if price does go through it. If some type of breakout sets up under that level, I want to know about it, because it's quite a it's a pretty well established monthly level, and if Ethereum decides to break that, it could just add to that long side kind of thing.
And we see, we saw with Bitcoin.
Damn it, I miss Binance. Sorry, guys. Before I did the podcast, I was like, I'm going to raise orders for them.
Well, we got on OP, which was a nice trade so far.
Yeah, we got on OP.
Frustrating.
You just want to get them all.
They're in the list.
Anyway,
go. But
anyway,
look, what have we been saying to the community this week? There's always another trade.
There is always another trade, yeah. And look, here with Binance, it's a really good example of how price just breaks out of those ranges. Like we have this rough range here on the daily. Oh, sorry, this is on the 2-day. On the daily here, a few tests above there, and then boom, you just see price break out of that range with power. It's a very, very bullish sign. Very or it doesn't matter if you're short. If you're trading short, it's a really good sell signal. If you're trading long, it's a really good buy signal. So,
is that why we see such power break through these levels to the upside? Maybe there's a lot of short orders sitting there, waiting to short off key resistance levels, and we're just seeing the buyers push and push and push and come out on top. And then with the short sellers, they've been entered in and they're stuck in a losing trade. So they're market selling to get out of that position, and the price just creeps higher and higher and higher. That's generally
for sure, Rhys, and their stops are just above that level. So they kind of get stop hunted. Like you have that's why trading these really well established levels for breakouts, like looking for breakouts or trading off of them, going long, are really they're really good indicators to use, I guess. So next is XRP. Same thing. In this tight range, then boom, broken out. So could definitely be looking for some type of, maybe even a cradle off that level. Or playing the lower time frame breakout. Next, Doge. Another nice level, just trying to break out. So we talked about this in live trading floor today as well, about price grinding higher. So it's like grinding, and then it just pops and grinds again and pops. So that's where breakouts are really awesome to use in this type of market environment, because you don't get like the free flowing trends where we'd use in TRADERCOBB, like the cradle strategy. We need like that dipping in and dipping out momentum. When the market's grinding like this, it's really awesome to use breakouts like you're seeing here.
Have a few strategies to attack in different market conditions.
100%. Yeah, that's right. 100%. And you don't know when the market conditions are going to turn on and turn off. So it's good to have tools for different conditions, like you said. Here in ADA, same thing. Just stuck in this strong range, aren't we?
There's a nice level there too.
There's a very nice level there as well. So even going down to the lower time frames here, be wanting to keep an eye on that.
If we see the buyers come to the party,
Oh, if we see the buyers coming to the party, look, yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. We don't try and predict.
So
we just take trades.
We've got some good trades on now anyway. So
a few very good trades.
We'll share one with you guys soon, which is kind of just popping at the moment. You kind of just want to get them all though, but whatever. You have to be greedy in these situations though. So by not being sorry, just talking about Matic here quickly. Still stuck in this range. Looks like he's just grinding. Looks like it's about to pop. Same here with Dot, a bit of a less established range, but again, grinding up into that level. Boom. If you've got some type of breakout off that level to the upside, I definitely want to know about it. So it's just grinding. The market's just grinding higher. Litecoin, very well established level there. Same thing. And then SHIB. Wow, SHIB in the top 10 now. There you go.
Meme coins.
SHIB and Doge. And something like SHIB here, a few touches on an upper level, a lower high there would set up for a great breakout to the long side as well.
So we are seeing a lot of tokens just testing those upper levels. So anyone that is just listening into the podcast, we do have the chat, the charts open. So I would encourage you just to, if you do have time, jump on YouTube and watch the recording and just plot some levels and see what we're talking about.
Yeah, 100%. Plotting the levels is really good because when you put your levels in, even if it's just on the daily, it just lets you identify everything so easily. It makes for very efficient scanning and identifications of trades, like this one with OP. So OP could have taken it on the 12 or the 8. You just had price pulling into this level, pop, and then off we go. So yeah, levels are good, and you can even. If you got rid of all indicate, like what's the most important indicator is price. So
if I were to have two indicators to trade with, it would be the candles or price action.
Yeah.
And levels.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, same. So just remember what you're looking at when you look at the markets and the importance of what you're looking at and what you're reading. But there are some nice levels there, and we've been trading long since the 1st of January, more or less. Maybe have one or two shorts here and there, like more scalpy trades to lower targets. But now it's all longs.
That GAL trade from I think it was just about 2 weeks ago. We're still in that. Profits, you'd be about a 45-1 right now.
Wow,
it's just taken off. There's a lot of trades. You've done an amazing job with posting trades in the community. We do also have the BitGet side of the community, which are, they're getting trade updates as well. So if you are listening in and you do have a BitGet account, or you don't, you can create one using the link in the description and join us on Discord in the BitGet community. But also, if you don't have the courses or you don't have a current subscription and you're wanting to join the private community, we do have a sale running from tomorrow until Sunday for 23% off everything. Just use the code OZDAY23 or AUSDAY23 and you'll receive 23% off, which is really good. Perfect timing, I think.
Yeah, perfect timing. Perfect timing for Australia. Yeah, for Australia Day and start of the year and all that stuff.
Yeah, we're just seeing the market start to pick up, and I feel bad for the people that did walk away from crypto. I know they did it because of FTX collapsing, or there was a lot of fear around, and they just wanted to protect their capital, and that's fine. But it really did pay for those who did stick around and take the trades, because now we're starting to see those people come back, and people in our community, myself, we're sitting on double-digit percentages gains this month already. So it does pay to stick around.
Yeah, and it does hurt. Like FTX hurt a lot. We were lucky to not get completely cleaned out. We got pretty well cleaned out, but not completely. I'm
just happy we can laugh about it now.
Yeah, same. So
I still cry.
Yeah, still crying on the inside.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's
good stuff.
that's it. Thanks for covering the charts. There's a lot out there where
No worries, mate.
we're constantly getting large watch lists every morning after live trading floor. Some great trading opportunities. So yeah, like I said, if you're looking to join the community, then feel free to do so. But yeah, let's wrap it up there. Thanks for joining Lou and running through the charts and having a chat. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks. Always a pleasure, Rhys. Always a pleasure.
And we'll hopefully we've got Craig back, I think next week. I haven't heard from him. He's having a great time away on holiday, which is good. You know, he deserves it. So we may have Craig back next week. But if I know Craig, I don't like the chances. I think it'll be the weekend or the week after. So yeah, thanks for listening, guys, and we'll chat to you guys next week.
The Trader Cobb Crypto Show, talking business in blockchain.